Hello, hello everyone. It is I, Samael, aka the Freedom Frog. We're back in the Outer Worlds for Sci-Fi Sunday. Yes, indeed. Oh, it's been so long. It's been too long. It's been entirely too long since I was last playing this. So I'm gonna suck. Yeah, that's probably gonna be a little bit bad while we get used to it here, but we are here to play through the DLCs, which is of course the last roll of Halcyon Helen, and the ones who walk away from Gorgon. Indeed. So, without too much further ado, let's get into it. So I have to travel to Eridanos. I'm going to start with the last roll of Halcyon Helen, which is of course Murder on Eridanos. It's the, I believe that's the name of the DLC. So let's run with that. Okay. Oh, alright. Head over here. Head over to Eridanos. And we'll just jump straight into it. Hope everybody's doing well. Wonderful. No more information than that. No worries, none needed. Okay. Quickly reload absolutely everything. Or rather, make sure everything is reloaded. Okay, yeah, this is looking good. So, who do we want with us? Thinking Vicamax and probably Nyoka. Yeah, they're probably a good start, right? Okay. Helps if, you know, I actually do the thing. Duh. And there we are.
Oh, wow. This is a job? Feels more like a vacation.
Don't get used to it, Nyoka. There's bound to be trouble.
Hello there. Hope your atmospheric entry wasn't too troublesome. As a guest of honor, you deserve the best in comfort. Sublight Salvage and Shipping Underground, or Slug, as we like to call ourselves, is delighted to welcome you to Eridanos. I'm the Grand Colonial Head Bellhop. I'm here to grab your bags and direct you, the inspector, to the Grand Ballroom, which was the scene of the crime.
What's the mood in the hotel? Are a lot of people upset?
I'll say. There's nary a soul here who wasn't a fan of hers in some respect. Just about everybody's shocked. Some people are inconsolable. Hell, even Black Hole Birdie, Helen's beau, has wandered off. Some folks think he had something to do with the murder, but I don't believe it.
He did it. It's always the boyfriend.
The fans were very upset by the weak plot contrivances in her latest offering, though that hardly seems a worthy motive.
Folks get heated when it comes to serials and their actors, I suppose.
Was she a divisive figure?
Not particularly. But I think some folks were jealous of her success, or otherwise viewed her as a threat. Reckon how she came about her fame didn't help.
I take it she made some bad choices.
Actually, Helen didn't do anything like that. She was just so stellar in her roles, and the public liked her so much that she got a following all on her own. She ended up about as famous and high-runged as your average VP, which rubbed a lot of Byzantines the wrong way. Actors ain't supposed to get preferential treatment. I imagine the admin briefed you about Helen's part in the Spectrum Brown unveiling. Too bad about the postponement. Not so terrible as Helen's murder, but still a crying shame.
How'd they keep it cancelled? Well, that's bullshit corporate parade.
Oh, come on! The launch would have been so swell! Rizzo's rented out the ballroom at the Grand Colonial and invited all those guests for just this purpose. Rizzo's ain't unveiled the product since the debut of Spectrum Ultraviolet. Invisible to the naked eye, and as it happened, prone to causing massive internal bleeding. Anyway, I think I've held you up long enough. Once you're ready, head down to the lobby. The ballroom is just behind the elevators. Meanwhile, I'll grab your bags.
I don't need you to take any bags.
You're certain? All right, then. guess we can probably set you up with some spare uniforms if you must yours.
Oh yeah, that's right. I have skill points available. Right. So persuasion's my weakest at the moment, so considering this is going to be a murder investigation, let's just do that, shall we? Set. Round those out nice. I imagine we're going to be doing lots of talking. Okay. Guess I'm going to have to get reaccustomed with the controls a little bit here.
Any idea how many bits I've spent at the Grand Colonial? Is my patronage worth nothing to you?
I'm sure you've spent a lot, sir, but unfortunately we can't make any exceptions.
Can't make any exceptions. In Byzantium, those words would be
Yes, it is quite fancy here, isn't it? What place stinks of money?
Inspector. No need to check in here. Your paperwork has all been processed. You should be able to find the Colonial right ahead.
I should, but what's this way? Familiarize ourselves with the surroundings, shall we? Where does this actually take us? Alright, let's not muck around for now. Let's head on in.
The Grand Colonial, where the elite come to get away from their oh-so-difficult lives in Byzantium.
Yeah, this place is pretty lush, huh? Vegas, baby.
I almost can't imagine someone wretched enough to do such a thing. You don't think a dissident could be here, do you?
Get a hold of yourself. The administrator would never allow someone as dangerous as a dissident here. Jordanos is safe. This is all just a terrible coincidence.
Of course, you are absolutely right. I think the idea of a psychopath wandering among us is just making me nervous.
Sure. Woo.
So much opulence, while most of Halcyon suffers.
Yeah, no kidding, Maxie. No kidding.
I'll bet you 10 bits this is all just some sort of publicity stunt.
No, I'm pretty sure she's dead. For now, anyway.
Black hole birdies disappeared, you know. That poor fellow must be inconsolable.
Oh, thank the law. Inspector, you don't know how relieved I am to see you.
Constable Keene, nice to meet you. We spoke over the Aether Wave.
Constable Maria Keene. It's good to meet you in person, Inspector.
Dr. Goodnight. Ecstatic to make your various acquaintances and so on. Are we finished with the pleasantries? There's something I'm excited to show you.
What have you got for me, Doctor?
An extraordinary contraption. You'll love it.
Our coroner has developed a device which may prove useful in your investigation. Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you.
Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you. Oh, please. You make it sound as if I'm turning over stolen goods. Behold, my discrepancy amplifier. Hold it in your hands. Feel the way it hums with ontological potential.
Interesting. I'm guessing this device makes use of a deterministic calculus.
You're rather sharp in your upper story. I can see why you're the inspector. The discrepancy amplifier uses a deterministic model of our universe to detect the discrepancy between what should be and what actually is. Then it renders any discrepancies visible by using the power of magnification.
That sounds strangely like scientism. Expecting the doctrine of the OSI to have any bearing on reality is quite an assumption.
Oh, goodness, no. I don't care for OSI doctrine. I just enjoy their math.
So it's a magnifying glass.
Yes. It's a magnifying glass, but an extraordinarily powerful one. It looks through the glass of reality itself.
I'm contractually prohibited from endorsing off-brand technology, but I'll bend that rule just this once. You'll want to peer into the amplifier and examine the crime scene.
Greetings, Inspector. Thanks to the half-genius, half-mad scientific mind of Dr. Goodnight, you've been granted the discrepancy amplifier, a handy investigation device for uncovering clues for Eridanos. Be sure to equip the discrepancy amplifier in a weapon slot before you continue your hunt for Helen's killer. Alright, then. Scanning Eridanos for evidence. To catch Helen's killer, you'll need to use the discrepancy amplifier to scope to reveal clues not visible to the naked eye. Once you've located some evidence, aim directly at it while zooming in with the scope to press the interact button to analyze it. This is my detective gun. There are none like it, and this one is mine.
The discrepancy amplifier is now operational. Greetings, designated inspector and/or unauthorized larcenist. This unit has detected a discrepancy related to Halcyon Helen. Unscheduled expiration of. Begin amplification?
I see you've been designed with a modular analytical system. What else can you do?
The discrepancy amplifier has been programmed with advanced speech recognition, scientific analysis, and deterministic calculus protocols.
Oh, you'll love this. Amplifier, tell the inspector about your features.
Please do not interrupt the discrepancy amplifier. The discrepancy amplifier is programmed to take instruction from its registered or designated inspector.
How curious. I must have set its impertinence levels to flagrant.
This unit's features include an automated personality simulator. This unit has been programmed to simulate joy and satisfaction in assisting you.
Let's get started. Tell me about the discrepancy you found.
This is a bottle of unreleased Rizzo's product. Helen appears to have attempted to use it to spell something as she expired, but all she managed was a sticky bee.
What's the unreleased Rizzo's product?
Rizzo's Spectrum Brown has not yet been released for consumption. Spectrum Brown was scheduled to be unveiled at the Eridanos Atmosphere Complex in partnership with Halcyon Helen.
Make a note of this for later, Amplifier.
This evidence has been recorded for later reference. Now generating pre-approved complement. Splendid work, Inspector.
Don't patronize me.
Searching for clues, are we, Captain?
Could say that.
Put that away! You're making me nervous!
This footprint stands out from the normally spotless floor of the grand ballroom. Typically, the ballroom is cleaned twice daily, which means this must have been made by either Helen or her assailant or assailants.
Taste the dirt.
Communing with nature in your own distinct way, I see.
The dirt tastes earthy with a faint woody and fruity undertones. Discrepancy amplifier. Do the size of these footprints match anything you have on record?
Footprint is a tailor-made 8.75, suggesting that its owner was very particular about their shoe size. It is also the exact size that Halcyon Helen typically prefers. There are traces of dirt throughout the footprint.
Oh, what? Why can't I pick that? Amplifier, can you analyze the dirt?
The dirt carries traces of fertilizer, as well as the faint signs of crushed purpleberries and grass. Grass, fertilizer, and purpleberries can all be found in the purpleberry orchards, located not far from the Grand Colonio.
So Helen must have been at the orchards before she
This
died.
deduction appears sound.
Good work, Inspector. I had a feeling we'd make some progress once we brought you onto the case. You'll need Administrator Ludovico to grant you access to the orchards. Contact him through the secure access terminal in your penthouse suite. Check in with the concierge. Your room should be ready by now. If it isn't, I may have to go shake someone by the collar.
Do? Check into the penthouse suite.
I knew I should have gotten her autograph when I had the chance.
Staring at her won't bring her back, folks.
I'm sorry, sir, but while the hotel is an active crime scene, I regret to inform you that all new bookings, room upgrades, room downgrades, and in-room massages are Oh, you're the special inspector. Mr. Kincannon warned me you'd be checking in soon.
Who?
Why, you.
No, not the special inspector. I mean your boss.
Oh, Mr. Kincannon.
Hello,
He
Doc.
runs all sublet underground operations in the Eridanus Atmospheric Complex, including the Grand Colonial Hotel. But he keeps his office down in the warehouse district, near the docks. If you should require to meet with him in person, you're most likely to find him there. While you're here, Inspector, could I set you up with a room?
Doc says I would just like to go on the record and say I did indeed buy the sonic bomb alarm clock for myself, and it was not a gift. Also, hi. Yes, indeed. Hello, Doc. How are you doing? Wide awake, I presume. Sure, what have you got?
For you, only the best, sir, of course. You'll be staying in our luxurious penthouse suite, vacated just recently. So recently that unfortunately the room's still being cleaned. The last guest left her belongings behind when she vacated unexpectedly, so we needed a little time to tidy the suite up for you. Simply call the elevator in the lobby, and our highly skilled operator will deliver you to your private floor with efficiency and cheer.
You got some... bear with me just a second, guys. Just... My window's still open and a giant ass moth has just flown in. Won't be a second. There we go. Sorry about that. Doc says, doing well, contemplating buying Polly an alarm clock next paycheck. Well, I ain't gonna tell you tonight. No doubt he'll end up wedged between some furniture as a result. You got some high-profile guests here, right? What can you tell me about them?
My apologies, Inspector, but that would be a severe violation of guest privacy. We here at the Grand Colonial firmly believe that... All right, my supervisor just walked out of earshot. Some folks just don't understand the importance of gossip. About whom? And what would you wish to know?
Heard Black Hole Bertie was staying here.
Ah, Bertie. Is he bigger than he is dumb, or dumber than he is big? I've a bet with a friend. Not sure we'll ever get it to pay out. Bertie used to be Helen's beau, though he isn't anymore, and not just because she's dead. If I had 1,000,000 bits, I'd spend every one just to learn what caused their split.
Did you notice anything about Halcyon Helen before she died?
You know, out of everyone here, I probably knew the least about Helen. I'm not much of an Aetherwave watcher myself. And Helen always had a crowd of admirers chasing her, you see. So she rarely stopped to chat. Friendly enough, surely, but always seemed untouchable. Emphasis on seemed.
Did you ever see Helen acting strangely?
Now that you mention it, she was usually calm and collected, but every so often I'd see her looking all wild-eyed and intense. It seemed as if she was determined about something. Or maybe she was just hungry? That woman ordered a lot of food. Maybe show business gives you a faster metabolism.
She had people over, my bet. How's Sam doing on this fine evening, asked Doc. I am doing all right. It's been pleasantly cool today, very mild, 29 degrees Celsius, which is, what, 84 Fahrenheit, something along those lines? Yeah, it's been all right. And yeah, I got a bunch of writing done before I started streaming here today. I'm writing currently 2 books. One is my own sort of personal universe, and another is one that, well, pretty much my brother came up with, and I needed a bit of a break from my own writing. So I started writing some sort of skeleton stuff for his, and it's going in a decent direction. And yeah, I'm putting together a few chapters to send to him, and he's going to look over it and see what he thinks. And yeah, we'll go from there. He may well end up building off of it. He's more of an artist than he is a writer. Doesn't like to spend long amounts of time typing. I'm more of a writer than I am an artist. Although, you know, I do occasionally draw. So yeah, it's been a good day. It's been a good day. Helen's co-star Woolric, have he have any reason to want her dead?
If looks could kill, he'd have put her in the ground 10 times over. Man's clearly jealous of her success compared to his. See, I'd bet we're the only two people thinking about him in all of Eridanos. And I only am because you mentioned his name. If you leave woolly cow milk out, it turns to curds. Leave the curds out, they begin to get stale, then rot. Woolridge is on his way to the trash bin, and everyone knows it. Either he's in denial, or he knew Helen would be checking out soon, judging by his increasing demands for a room upgrade.
That's enough gossip for right now.
That's a shame, Inspector. What if I wanted to know a little about you?
I'm a freelance captain, changing the colony one high-stakes encounter at a time.
A dashing gunslinger type, then. I'm sure the investigation will turn out splendidly in your hands. Or at least Mr. Kincannon seems confident enough to believe so.
Doug says, I didn't know you wrote. You have anything out currently or working on the first? I do have a bunch of stuff out years and years and years ago under a different pen name. Nothing that I'd want to stick my name on now. But no, this will be when I get my, because I won't be publishing the thing that I've been working on recently, strictly speaking, under my penmanship, if you will. Yeah, that will be that will either go out under my, you know, under my brother's pen name, with me, you know, effectively just ghostwriting bits here and there for him. But my work will be my first published work, shall we say, like properly published work. But I say properly published. It's not going to a publisher. I'm self-publishing, but it will be the first properly self-published work that I put out in. Ooh, what would it be now? About 9 years. And the first under my actual name, yeah. So yeah, that's what I was going to type. The Grand Colonial sure is interesting.
It certainly is a marvel of modern ingenuity, luxury, and ambition. Please, allow me to answer any curiosities you might have about our building and the amenities on offer.
I also intend to do an audiobook version. A lot of the people that I know that enjoy a good story, they prefer to listen to stories being read. So, you know, they can put them on when they're driving because they're all busy people. So yes, it will be, just for context, it will be written in English, and I will do an audiobook in English, and then I will translate the work into French most likely and do a French audio reading after that. Just because, yeah, most of the people that read my stuff are English speakers. Let's see, is there anything special about the upper levels?
Most certainly. All the important folks can be found in the upmost parts of the hotel. You can hardly walk 3 feet without bumping into a tossball grate or a bored exec. Though maybe don't bump into them. Could be harmful to your health.
Nobody seems to talk much about the lower levels of the hotel.
Who would be interested in a staff-only area? Most folks never ask about the sewers beneath Arizo's plant, either.
You can't honestly tell me there's nothing of interest in an entire half of the hotel.
Of interest to your investigation? Well, I suppose there is that one door we're not supposed to open. But I'm sorry, Inspector, I'm not authorized to grant you access to any staff sections of the hotel. You'll have to find a way in on your own.
What does the penthouse have to offer?
Twice the size of the next biggest room, and kitted out with any amenity you want, as well as many that you won't. Best to enjoy it while you can, Inspector. Typically, the only people who can afford the penthouse suite have enough bits to suffocate everyone on Terra 2. Also, please inform me if Woolridge gives you a hard time about getting a better room than his. Don't tell him I said this, but everyone on staff wants to strangle him.
Doug says, make sure you hook me up with a link on that. I will do. I will do. I'll probably end up posting it somewhat publicly on Twitter anyway. Maybe on YouTube. I might upload a couple of sample bits of the audiobook when it's ready to YouTube as well. That's enough about the hotel.
If you're sure.
Wanted to check if my room was ready yet.
Ah, yes. We are most pleased to offer you our grandest of grand accommodations, Inspector. The penthouse suite on our topmost floor is now available for you. The last guest left her belongings behind when she vacated unexpectedly, so we needed a little time to tidy the suite up for you. Simply call the elevator in the lobby and our...
Ciao. The elevator in the lobby.
We should try to solve the puzzle hedges in the orchards.
Hello there, my inordinately esteemed guest. If my hello were any more earnest, this loudspeaker would explode. What authorized floor can I bring you to?
I'd like to visit the VIP guest floor.
Oh, so sorry, but you're not actually authorized to visit that floor.
Bring me to the penthouse suite.
Next up, the finest seat in the house.
Oh, good. All my friends are here. A flyer promoting a productotherapy seminar with renowned profitability Jasmine Lave at her retreat in the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. Under her patented system, purge your body of nefarious humors, stopping you from unlocking your true productive potential. Penthouse terminal. Contact Administrator Ludovico.
Inspector, I understand you've visited the scene of the crime.
Hello, Shady.
Halcyon Helen was an important cultural icon.
Thank you for the like.
She will be sorely missed.
He says, popping in to give a like. May or may not see the new Deadpool movie today with my pop. Ah, good stuff, man. You'll probably enjoy it. If you like the first one, you'll almost certainly enjoy it. You mean Ruth Bellamy? Halcyon Helen was just a character.
Halcyon Helen was more than a character. She was a brand. Her death will now be associated with Rizzo's Spectrum Brown. You understand why that worries me.
Any publicity is good publicity.
I wish I had your blithe sense of optimism. Helen's death means delays. Delays mean expenses. Expenses mean audits. Audits mean people like me lose our jobs. Back to the matter at hand. Tell me about your investigation.
I'm gonna lead. I can't tell you why, but I need access to the orchards.
Your discretion is appreciated. I admit, I'm beginning to feel more confident in this arrangement. Here, I'm granting you access through the gates to the orchards. You're officially authorized to see this investigation through to the end. There is one caveat. Cedric's being rather intransigent about letting you into the spaceport. Possibly he's trying to hide something. Possibly he wants to annoy me. Possibly both.
So he locks his doors the moment an investigator arrives. That's not suspicious at all.
I agree with the sentiment behind your snide remark. Unfortunately, the Piraeus spaceport is Cedric's purview, not mine. You have a lead to chase. Law speed, Inspector.
I'll be back. Okay, we've got a workbench here. Felix was there. Spatial acuity sensor apparatus. What does this do, I wonder? Well, I'm going to keep my bowler hat on for just the time being. Purely because I think I'm going to be doing a lot more talking to people than I am shooting people for the time being. But we'll see. Let me see. Workbench, yada yada. How did I miss that? Aha! Treasure trove of clues.
The imprint left inside this suitcase matches the silhouette of Halcyon Helen's iconic handgun, the Needler. The weapon was recently removed.
Helen, where did we go wrong? Oh, Lo, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for... Helen, I love you. I love you so
much. Well, given as her name wasn't actually Helen, that's kind of tragic, huh? Maybe she did it to herself. Couldn't handle the fame. Hated being thought of as, you know, just her character. Use a terminal. Welcome, R. Bellamy. Messages. Please select option. From Administrator Ludovico. Subject. Grateful. Miss Halcyon Helen, thank you for choosing the Eridanos Atmospheric Complex as the site of your next publicity and marketing campaign. By endorsing the Spectrum Brown product, you are allying yourself with a revolution in the leisure beverage market. Indeed, in the culture of Halcyon itself. We're going to change the world together. Sincerely, Quentin Ludovico. From Profitability, P.S. Subject Disappointed. Oh, Helen, I don't understand why you and I must be enemies. Are we not both branches on the same tree of privilege? You command audiences with your masterly performances on the Etherwave, and I command the attention of our corporate leaders. We're both cultural icons with a responsibility to set a good example. I'm disappointed to discover you've berated my seminars publicly and on official records. I take particular umbrage in your characterization of my most recent seminar, spearheading your project, how to motivate your workforce using ancient weaponry. As a, and I quote, nonsensical vanity project from a dyed-in-the-wool buffoon. These are fighting words. Expect to hear from my personal auditor soon. Sincerely, Profitability. P.O. Money can't buy happiness, and other lies we tell ourselves. A new seminar by the Prophet of Profitability, coming soon. I've no idea if she actually sounds like that, but that's what I'm running with. From Kincannon S. Subject, free advice. I can't remember what Cedric sounds like. Ms. Bellamy, you're a talented actor. I've enjoyed all your roles across the years. I'm especially fond of your performance in Terror on Monarch. Ludovico doesn't appreciate the serials. Maybe that's why he never knows what he's being played. He still thinks you're here to endorse Spectrum Brown. Your performance has him fooled. I have a feeling I know what you're up to. It's always a little disappointing when the audience is a few steps ahead of the plot. Best, Cedric. Return to route. Guest advisories. Your safety is your responsibility. In light of a recent unfortunate events regarding the passing of a beloved cultural icon, we at the Grand Colonial have doubled the number of armed guards for only a small security surcharge. Surcharge non-refundable. The Grand Colonial is not responsible for death or dismemberment that occurs off hotel grounds. Okay, that's all that out of the way. Okay, log, uh-huh. Interesting, interesting. Hello, Reaper. I come into into Snooty Frenchman. It's pretty gay, fam. Let's see. How you doing, Reaper? There are really no clues here. You'd have thought there was something, right? But apparently not. Yoink. Wait, what? Yoink. Alright, to the orchard.
Hi there, Inspector. It might be a little beyond my job description to ask, but at my heart, I'm still a bellhop. Was the suite to your liking?
Reaper says, doing good, man. Just finished D&D. Cool, cool. Let's see. It was fine. I don't feel too strongly about it.
That's completely fine, Inspector. Hopefully you'll warm up to it. Now, I'd love to bring you to a floor of your choosing.
Excuse me. The lobby, please.
To the lobby we go.
Don't think I'm gonna need her for the time being. Let's take Parvati. Wait, I can't remember what Parvati's buffs are. No, Ellie. Ellie, I think she's got a bonus to speech. At least some bonuses to speech. Oh, that's not what I intended to do at all. Didn't realize this was actually a weapon. Wait, have I... Is this the autosave? I think it is. We read all of... Well, you look to have read all of those. Okay, good, yeah. Interesting.
What floor would you like to visit?
Exit the Grand Colonial. Yes. Okay, to the orchard. Round the back. Oh boy, they're a distance away, huh? Don't suppose for a minute we can fast travel. Not yet.
Be thankful the whole place doesn't smell this bad. It's surprising this pool is the only thing in such a state around here, considering how the elite usually comport themselves.
The pool plaza's closed. There ain't even no water.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis reveals the chemical signature of this compound is 80% semblant of fertilizer used in the purpleberry orchards. The other 20% is semblant of pool water.
That's a lot of fertilizer. Mechanical contraption for propagating chemicals inserted above through the pool water. Someone has scratched a sentence into the filter's plating. Irian was here. Interesting.
Oh, you're that inspector. Right. Sorry, but the pool's currently closed on account of it stinking worse than my boss. Of course, I guess it don't much matter, seeing as how you already went and stood in the water, pointing a fancy contraption around. I guess it's no business of mine, but is investigating a pool part of your job?
It is. There could be evidence in that pool.
Gee, I hadn't thought of that. You're pretty sharp. As you might guess, the pool's closed to the public for the moment. Some of the guests ain't taking kindly to it, but it's better than giving folks diseases.
I found traces of fertilizer in the water. Is that normal?
Hell no, it ain't normal. Law almighty, that's a screw-up like none I've ever seen. Almost seems foolish enough it must have been done on purpose. Can't do much now but wait for the stench to wear off. We found the individual hired to clean face down in a puddle of his own spit in the orchards. Guess he won't be helping.
Face down in his own spit?
Look, I call it how I see it. They found the poor slackwit alongside syringes enough to put down a herd of mantisaurs. His family will have to be fined. Rizzo should have been more careful about who they hired. They're lucky nothing got permanently damaged.
Something about this seems off-kilter. I'd like to take a look around.
Alright. You may want to visit the Sun Parlor. That's where that Rizzo's fool mixed the chemicals he used. Oh, and you can talk to Lily, my boss. She probably has some great advice. I saw her walk toward the bridge to the Purpleberry Orchards earlier. Reckon she's still there. Now, anything else I can do for you?
It looks like chemicals can be added to the pool filter. I'm going to attempt making a pool cleaner.
All sounds right by me. It'll be nice to actually have guests to guard. Sinuses that work.
Agreed. The sooner I get rid of the soda, the better.
Sorry, did you say something? I couldn't hear over the smell. Sound. What'd you say?
I'll be on my way. What? That is the second time this has gone off.
Hi again. It's like I just saw you.
I'm going to put this away until I think I need it.
A sudden death knockout court. Surprised the Byzantines fancy this. We played it on a rudimentary court in prison. Sudden death being more literal than euphemistic.
I hope the murderer is caught soon.
You want a punch?
Lockdown is truly...
Heard, but we're in the middle of a lockdown. No one's supposed to be coming or going. And when I can't get a hold of anyone in the orchards, I can't make sure of that, can I?
No, Miss Vargas. Sorry, I'll work on getting a hold of someone.
Great, you do that. I'll be waiting right here. Swear to the architect, Matthias, if you've lost your rifle's ionization coil again. Oh, wait, you ain't part of my crew. What do you want?
Who's Matthias?
An idiot. I suspect he's avoiding me, actually, which is the first smart thing he's done all month. Sorry, but do you need something? Between the landing pad, lockdowns, gate closures, and constant questions from angry guests, I've got a lot on my plate. And if that don't beat all, one of my crew is AWOL.
Missing person? Imagine an inspector could look into that for you.
If you're serious, I'd appreciate the help. He's been missing a few days, and we're low on staff as it is.
A few days? Why'd you wait till now to search for him?
It's not exactly uncommon for slug agents to go on the odd bender. They'll pick a place they think I don't know about and hunker down. Usually I don't bother with the
Just like
discipline
privates.
paperwork. Gotta pick your battles. Thing is, they usually resurface within 24 hours, or at least yell for medical help. This guy, not a peep.
I'll look into it. What do I need to know?
The missing crew member's Evan O'Connell. He's one of about 2 slug agents I can trust with more complex tasks than stand here and look tough. Friendly type. Well-behaved, followed orders. Anyone else, I'd think they got drunk and fell asleep. He was last stationed at the Wilderness checkpoint. I'd search there first.
I'll get on that.
Good, we're in.
Oh, what the heck? Heal wasn't happening. Continue.
Quietly now.
Interesting. So what are these fuckers doing here, I wonder? Interesting for marauders to just show up out of the blue, isn't it? The normal way down's over here.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. The garb on this security guard identifies him as a member of the Rizzo's corporation. His rank would have been that of jawbreaker or higher. This security guard has experienced premature expiration. Evidence strongly suggests a conflict with marauders.
Which is pockets. You find 3 bits and a half-eaten Rizzo's purple berry crunch. At least he left his world happy. Pay respects.
At least he gave his life for a worthy cause.
Did he though? Plasma rifles 3. I don't think these are any good. Yeah, no, not really. Oh, probably repair everything we're carrying here. Do that.
Timeline discrepancy. This card also expired prematurely, following...
Death removes that which we worked so hard to create in life. A shell to protect us from pain. But it is this shell, this self, that is the cause of all our suffering. He is now free.
Nice, Max. Nice. Hacking skill too low. Well, let's have a look-see and change that. That's stealth skills, isn't it? That stealth skills +5. Oh, still ever so slightly too low. Did I have a stealth skills headpiece? Medical, determination, cause bleed. Damn it. How about a thing that boosts our, what do you call it? It'd be nice if we could filter these by effect. I believe there is one. Body attributes +1. I can't remember if it's body attributes or mind attributes. Dexterity, sneak, lockpick, charm. It's charm, I guess it's personality. Alright. So alcohol, probably. All maintenance personnel must thoroughly sanitize after handling engine parts. Associated chemicals are known to cause delirium and lightheadedness. Rizzo's reminds you that proprietary engine chemicals are not intended to be used to induce delirium and lightheadedness. Any personnel caught ingesting or absorbing said chemicals, even unintentionally, will be cited for misuse of company property and charged wages for any affected shifts. Maintenance logs. Entry 247. Topped off coolant. Should be set for another week. 248. Coolant levels dropped faster than expected. I've filled the tanks back up, but I'll keep an eye on them. 249. Looks like we lost coolant overnight. Must be a slow leak in the tanks or piping. I'm requesting authorization for a full inspection from EAC management. 250. No answer on my request. Must have attached the wrong header. Or maybe I CC'd the wrong sub-department? Trying again. 251. My inspection request is still pending and we're still leaking coolant. 252. I'm just going to look myself, authorization or no. What's the worst they do to me? Go to root. Messages. Ramirez. Sounds like you've got guests wandering the premises at night. That explains the empty bottles and cigarette stubs. The problem is they tend to wander off to the side in the dark, and then hotel management has to run in circles trying to get payment for the days the guest is delinquent. I'll assign security officer Danvers to patrol the complex after dark. He'll probably insist on giving you nightly reports. He's watched a few too many serials. Easiest thing to do is to just toss them over the edge when he's not looking. Say you pass them up the chain for processing. Helps. That wasn't exactly, worth an awful lot of my time, but, you know. Take that off for now. How do I... like so. There we go. Whoa, what? Pick up the Adreno. Idiot. Got the berry wine. Fairly sure. Already poked around here. Yeah, I did, because this is the bridge. And break all 7 legs. Why not? Alright, guess we're gonna go with it.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
And where might that be? Presumably in this building, huh? Yoink.
Hey, Crew C. It's Amelia. Evan must have gotten into the Spectrum in these crates. Listen to this.
Come out! Come out to play!
Law, he's having a grand old time. I'm gonna take him to A2 under the hotel so he can sleep it off. I'll meet you back at the orchard straight after. See you soon. Evan, come on, you slackwit.
So that's where he is. We'll go find out what happened there. What was it talking about? Alright. Sure we're all reloaded? Yeah. We're liable to get accosted again by marauders? Okay, we're coming up on just the first hour here, so obligatory notification that if you are watching in the future and you did get a chance to take part in chat and you've got a question, a query, or concern about this game or any of the games I play, just throw me a comment down below. I'll get a notification when those come through, and I will get back to you at the next most convenient juncture, should you post one. Let's see. Okay, so friendly. Really? I'm going to play the audio tour. Let me just look and make sure I've got the fast travel now. Okay, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the front entrance. I'm going to go down below. And we're going to see if I can track down Evan, first and foremost. Because I believe that getting some information from Lily is probably going to be beneficial at some point. Now, I believe we have to go back through here if we want to go down to the staff locations. Okay, this goes up. Oh well, I'll have a look around at what's around here first. Oh right, this is just the spaceport, isn't it? And that's where I came in. Yeah, because that's the which one?
There are genuine tears on it right now. Genuine. I've been here so long.
Okay, down here. And then.
Hope you've been enjoying your stay.
I see. Okay. So yes, ordinarily.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Sampling of the barcode reveals it is host not only to alcohol, but a variety of other substances as well. Among the selection are adrenotime, pep pills, dervish mist, and many other narcotics with unrecognized chemical signatures.
Taking any two of these at once could shut down most of a person's organs.
Chemical analysis confirms user comment. This news is unlikely to factor into the murder, however, due to frequency of Byzantine narcotic misuse.
Something tells me they won't miss a few extra bottles here and there.
Moralizing. It's not theft, it's object repositioning.
I guess the rich folk know how to party.
System error. By know how to party, did you mean die?
Rizzo's mock apple cider. A hard cider for a hard life.
Nothing really out of sorts here by the looks of it.
Rizzo's knock you out.
Yeah, there's a door. Let's see if this is a back way to sneak in. I think that just transitions us into the hotel, doesn't it? Have a quick look around. I'm more so looking for like an elevator or something like that. But doesn't look like there's going to be one. Oh, look. A quick look over the weaponry. This is my weaponry. Idiot. No. Persuade +5. Defense skills. It's fairly high. Not as high as mine, obviously, but fairly high. 29. I believe. Yeah, it requires level 31. So that's better anyway. I don't think there'll be anything I want to buy from here. Largely because we've, you know, technically speaking, already completed the game.
Black Hole Bertie hasn't been seen.
Concierge. Okay. Bear with me just a second. Because I'm going to tweak this again. You. Okay. Concierge terminal, hacked message from Cedric Kincannon to that... subject that damn fool. Halston. I've reason to believe Ludovico is getting agitated again, which will likely present itself in several dozen messages to you, each demanding a reduction in Rizzo's payments. Funnel these messages into the trash, if you please. If Ludovico wants to renegotiate the terms of our contract, he is welcome to take his operations elsewhere. Cedric. Guest complaints. From annoyed subject, this infernal racket. Do you like torture? Hold on. Do you like torturing me? Is that what this is? When I first learned I'd be just beneath the floor occupied by the Rizzo's Rangers, I was excited, as any tossball-loving halcyon I should be. What I did not anticipate is the degree to which these huddleheads seem to enjoy prancing to and fro, pounding on the floor and my ceiling, every hour of the architect's cursed day. Did they install a tossball fifth court upstairs while I wasn't looking, or is this normal? And worst of all, it sounds like one of them has decided to start imitating a woolly cow. I'll give them that it's I'll give them that it's a convincing facsimile, but it is no place in a hotel, and each bleat is so loud that it shakes the glasses on my face. I demand a room change yesterday. For each additional hour after midnight today that I am not rehomed, I expect at least one employee to be fired. From a concerned Byzantine. Subject, mechanical menace. To whatever member of the help it may concern, I have heard a horrible clanking passing in my room every night for the past 6 nights. Yesterday I mustered up all my courage and sent a servant to look, and upon her return she said, seeing what looks like an armed mechanical wander by my room for the past 6 nights. She said it was something called a Burbage 3001, and that it was a serial star. If this machine is a serial star, I must ask, why are you filming outside our rooms without paying us? We're not consenting to having our temporary property filmed. This is no doubt a contract for this. Excuse me. There is no doubt a contract for this. And if the machine is being allowed to wander without being filmed, then I want to be paid double. Do you have any idea how dangerous that thing could be? It could tread on my foot and ruin my aspirations to be a professional dancer, if I ever decide to have those aspirations. I urgently await a response. Return to route. VIP guest list. VIP guests Ruth Bellamy, aka Halcyon Helen, Spencer Woolrich, and Black Hole Bertie Holcomb. Request manifest, Helen Halcyon. Concierge terminal. Despite her celebrity status, the greater part of Halcyon Helen's requests have been fairly normal. Soap, shampoo, new towels, and so on. The one exception is her unusual consumption of food and drink. I'm not one to judge about that sort of thing. Lord knows I've seen stranger proclivities from other guests, but she really does request a lot, and frequently. Listen to this. For lunch today, she ordered 6 Boston bean sandwiches, 2 purpleberry shakes, 2 purpleberry liqueurs, several retro rockets, and cigarettes enough to crush a teacup canid. I'd wonder if she's planning a party, but the cleaning staff say that every time they've gone up, there's been no sign of what she's ordered. If Helen really does keep managing to get through all of what she's been ordering, then maybe she should consider quitting show business and entering the competitive consumption scene instead. So I think that she's been paying off those marauders that we dealt with to do something for her. But what? Manifest Woolrich Spencer. In the past 2 weeks, I have received 315 different service requests from Mr. Woolrich. These requests include, but are not limited to, his entire wardrobe from Terror on Monarch, 413 different outfits, including a primal suit, 5 gallons of each color of spectrum except black, wants 50 gallons of black, teacup canids of various breeds, a plasma launcher, and consisting of over 60% of all total requests, an upgraded room. Administrator Ludovico authorized him to move into the second largest room just to shut him the hell up, but Halcyon Helen got the biggest one, and of course Woolridge can't accept that he's been eclipsed. Got another room upgrade request as I was typing this. I've more than half a mind to send an exterminator to fumigate his room, just so he can't request anything else for a while. But then he might come down here and try to talk to me, and I think I'd quite honestly rather be dead. Holcomb, Black Hole Bertie. Holcomb's requests have been about what you'd expect from a professional skullcracker. Toss ball sticks, new clothes, because he keeps, and I quote, accidentally tearing the shirts that are too small for my giant muscles. Funny how the rips I've seen look more like they've been made by hand. I've noticed that he's asked for very little in the way of effort accelerators or enhancers. No skin tough, no oxycomp, not even any dervish mist. Typically, tossball players go through that filth like no one else. Maybe Holcomb's trying to prove something to Helen. Whatever it is, I don't think it's going to work. Okay.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Yeah, my spider senses were tingling.
An industrial-grade laxative has been added to the liquor in these bottles.
Hello there, Alan's Adventures. How are you? Welcome to the stream. The head of Burbage 2000, torn from his body in the penultimate act of Titus Androidicus. Why, foolish Burbage, dost thou not perceive that Halcyon is but a wilderness of dissidents, and it is only through our citizens' vigilance that they will be caught. Report any and all suspicious behavior to your local constable. Alright. Any eyeballs present? Oh, still that. Might come in useful. With concierge in there by the looks of it. Nothing to report there. Examine. By promoting predictive therapy. Okay, it's that. Okay. Let's have a look. Probably put this away, huh? Or not. Just hotel guests.
What floor would you like to visit? Oh, so sorry. What authorized floor? Oh, so sorry.
Now we gotta figure out how to get down into the quarters. Oh, this looks promising. Can't close the door here, but... welcome, Dr. Winifred Goodnight. This is an automated reminder to make sure you clean the blood off your instruments. Patient log. Hartford Bosch. Patient log. Back pains. Another day, another case that bores me to drink. The ill-fated Byzantine of the hour thought it prudent to gorge himself with enough purple-berry wine to incapacitate a primal. He then attempted to reach the lobby by stairs rather than elevator and fell down 6 flights. Automechanical servants broke his fall. He broke their servo mechanisms and will be billed accordingly. Fractures in left clavicle, right femur, parietal bone, ribs, more injuries than brain cells. I recommended replacing purple-berry wine with Rizzo's Spectrum Violet in order to appease Rizzo's company policy. Let's have a look. Patient log. Nina Hahn. Extreme excitability. Finally, something a little different from the norm. Ms. Hahn came in early today, escorted by her sister. Apparently, not long after arriving on Eridanos, the two of them went on a trip through the purpleberry orchards. Ms. Hahn's sister visited the puzzle hedges, but quickly became lost. When she eventually made her way out, Ms. Hahn was nowhere to be found. The sister claims that Ms. Hahn returned to their hotel room several hours later, but has been unusual ever since. Her sister described the patient as formerly sullen, morose, phlegmatic, and given to melancholia. Her demeanor has transformed into an unpleasant degree of levity and shocking enthusiasm toward everything. I suggested vast quantities of cheap alcohol. Yeah, that tracks. These are replacement models of the discrepancy amplifier fitted with backups of his logic module. Label reads in case of careless inspector. Yeah. Okay, nothing here.
Greetings, attractive patron. Please allow me to improve your drinking experience with fine cocktails.
Know anything about the murder?
Error. This unit is incapable of murder, as it possesses no conscious will. The proper term would be destruct. Neither this unit nor its corporate proprietor claim any responsibility for any destruction of company property that this unit did or did not commit.
That sounds pretty suspicious to me. Where were you at the time of the murder?
This unit is incapable of abandoning its post. This view of the lobby is all it knows, has known, or will ever know.
That's a little sad.
Error. Damage to despair. Tables detected. Randomizing grief cycles failed. Greetings.
95 engineering, huh? Yeah.
I was nearly attacked by a terror ray on my way here.
Oh, poor you. Another drink, huh? Sound to Eridanos. Gotta be an elevator down somewhere.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis of this stovetop reveals an alarming degree of grease buildup, approximating proximity to volatile gases and chemicals. Chances of an explosive combustion upon next use currently at 92.9%.
Is this normal?
Most corporations have regular cleaning procedures to prevent damage to company property. Slug, already unlike most corporations in a variety of ways, does not. That or the employees tasked with inspecting are shirking their duties. For shame.
Seems like a workplace hazard. How hasn't Slug caught this?
Searching Slug work logs. No work log found. Creating conjecture. Slug has likely not fixed this issue due to a lack of responsibility on the part of their employees.
Alright, well, I might save that until later, because that might end up being a, Ah, no. Okay.
Terribly sorry, but I can't chat just now. Someone on the second VIP level just ordered 15 canid meat pies, and if I don't get to it now, it'll be my head.
I'm an inspector. I've got some questions to ask you about Halsey and Helen's murder.
I understand your devotion to your job. Really, I do. And I hope you'll understand mine. Things might change if you had something very particular to talk to me about, but I'm afraid I'm just too busy to talk right now. I'd be delighted to chat with you later. Ah! I'm so behind. I'm sorry, I still can't talk.
The Grand Colonial Hotel service elevator is out of order and will be for the foreseeable future. Please use the stairs to transport all equipment to and from the employee quarters until further notice. Additional liniments will be dispensed for those whose back pain becomes too severe to continue providing the impeccable service our hotel is known for.
No, I'm sorry. We don't serve any drinks with those tiny umbrellas.
Not a restricted zone.
Something mighty strange went on earlier.
What happened? Norval get his cap stuck in the toilet again?
Not today. I was carrying a bag up to the second VIP guest floor earlier. Even for our guests, it was spectacularly heavy.
Wow, exciting.
I wasn't finished. I took a bad step and dropped it. Know what spilled out? Rocks. Whoever owned it was just making me carry it around for fun.
Oh, damn, that's evil. Same message? Same message. Okay.
Get anything good for lunch?
Beef-free nut butter and jelly-free jam on premature bread. Tastes like nothing.
Looks like you win this round.
I was a few...
Room B1 keep card. Interesting. Let's just grab everything. Key card will almost certainly come in useful later. Okay, so now we need to put on our equipment. Dialogue skills will be fine, but wait, no. Yeah, stealth skills that does hacking as well. Lockpick, I should say. Okay, determination, no. Lockpick, yes. Damn it. Do I have something that gives me even more? Dodge plus 10. Tech skills, no. How infuriating. What? Oh, because that does body. Or rather, that does personality rather than body, which I believe... See, character... body... Yeah, sneak lockpick, so it's dexterity. Inventory, go to the health stuff. Okay.
Real slick.
I certainly thought so. Okay, so I think it was A2 we were looking for. Ah.
Why, hello there. Goodness, I always enjoy seeing guests, but it's been so long since I've chatted face to face that I about hopped out of my skin at the sight of you. Excuse me, I should introduce myself, though you might know me already, just not by name. I'm Bellhop Sullivan. You've likely heard my dulcet tones through the elevator intercom.
I recognize your voice. Pleased to finally meet you.
Oh, that's so nice of you to say. I'm glad to meet you too. Now that our introductions are out of the way, do let me know if I can help you with anything.
So I assume all the bellhops all know each other. Any gossip about Norville?
Oh yes, Norville's great. Always ready to help any and all guests who might need it. And so handsome too. His judgment sometimes leaves something to be desired, I will say. Kept badgering Halcyon Helen prior to her death about an autograph or something. A little beyond his station.
You said you operate their elevator, right? Can guests not press the buttons themselves?
Well, yes, but having an operator certifies that the right guests end up on the proper floors. We wouldn't want tossball players rubbing shoulders with CEOs. It'd be anarchy. Plus, there's always the risk a guest chips a nail or loses a ring on a button. It's an extra effort, but the Grand Colonial prides itself on personalized service in all things. That and the elevator still works if I'm ever not around. I do take occasional breaks and sleep every so often.
Do you know anything about Halcyon Helen's murder?
Unfortunately not. I was in the operator room for the elevator, as usual. The camera feed only allows me to see within the elevator, which always has many people coming through. For what it's worth, the murder was a right shame. I always enjoyed the serials starring Ms. Helen, though I did find them prone to repetitive plot structures. But I'm sure you've heard the rumor about what actually did her in. That marauders got into the hotel and management is covering it up so the guests don't run off.
Sounds about right. Have marauders been a problem on the Grand Colonial before?
Well, not necessarily, but they're fairly prevalent on the other complexes. It wouldn't take much for them to find their way here. Slug claims they've got the problem under control, but I don't understand why they haven't simply gone and exterminated all of the marauders like the vermin they are.
Agreed.
Oh, well, I'm just here to push buttons.
Understood. I'll keep my head down.
Okay, I was kind of hoping for an access card or something, but... Good to chat with her at least. Get a little bit of the lowdown. Anything else I'm missing? I was kind of looking for maybe like an access port or something. Let's have a quick look back up here just to make sure I haven't actually just, you know, walk straight past that. No. Okay. So you'd have thought there'd be one. But apparently not. Okay. Well, there's that. This is A1. Work IDs of Helen's sidekicks. The pile of cartridges contains the IDs of Halcyon Helen's sidekicks who were killed, mortally wounded, mulch melted, torn to ribbons, decapitated or turned into mechanicals in the line of duty or otherwise identified post-mortem. Typhon Tim, Olympus Opal, Terra 2 Terry, Sparks the Wonder Canid, Burbage's 1900 through 1999, Bolt Vander Huge, Eridanus Eve, Inconsequential Groundbreaker Maintenance Worker number 13B9, Caleb, Bison the Broker with 4 broken limbs, Halifax, the entire 26th season of the Tile Backers, IDs black and beyond individual recognition, Strikeout Steve, Dirk Tenderly. See, now that's suspicious.
They won't try that again.
That was the lamest combat encounter I think I've ever been in.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Mega Sprat chomping on someone.
Make him regret it. Let's go.
So C2 is barred. What I need to do is gain access to somewhere else that can allow me to get through, I guess. Not at this end. Sprat of unusual size.
Their mistake.
How many?
Careful, you're wounded! We are victorious.
Sprout of unusual size. Sue. Why do I get the impression that that was part of a quest that I have not actually picked up, and perhaps should have, huh? Oh dear. Dead hotel guest. Hmm. Not bueno. Not bueno at all. Nothing in there. To whom it may or may not concern, I don't understand why I deserve to be terminated. I was your engineer, I fixed things, your time clock was malfunctioning, you were logging 1 hour for every 10 I put in. How is that fair? And yeah, I admit it, I wanted that free tour of the distillery. I put in my 10,000 hours and I deserved to wet my throat with a little Spectrum Violet. I didn't know accepting that free tour meant I joined the Rizzo's family. You know I can't read the fine print ever since that welding accident. I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. Catch a freighter back to the Groundbreaker? Sublight won't pick me up. So I guess that means I'm going to go talk to Mr. Ludovico, hat in hand, and beg him to employ me. Sorry, I take that back. I won't have my hat in my hand. I turned that in with the rest of my personals. It was a stupid hat anyway. Mods. I'll yoink that. And why not? Hmm. Hmm. That could be good. All right. Okay, hacking skill again. Change you over to you. Welcome, Mots. Access door controls. You have accessed the Bob Mott's personal minimum effort door control protocol. If you're reading this message and you're not Bob Mott's, exit this console immediately and do not enter my personal quarters. Return to RUP. Access messages. Notice of termination. This is to inform you that tampering with the hotel property is unacceptable. You are not authorized to repair the malfunctioning time clock. I know you are eager to avail yourself of Rizzo's free tour in exchange for 10,000 hours on the clock, but you've forgotten where your loyalties lie. By accepting that free tour, you would have unwittingly agreed to become a part of the Rizzo's family. You're Slug, not Rizzo's. Or rather, you were Slug. I'm disappointed in you, Robert. Consider this message your termination notice, effective on receipt. Oof. That's rough, buddy. Okay, so the door's active. Spectrum Brown. Floor panel has been removed. Judging by the scorch marks on the sides and the blowtorch abandoned on the floor, its removal does not conform to company guidelines. Yeah, I'm gonna go with yes. Oh, Maxie. Are you actually hostile? Parasite spawnling. Interesting. So what's actually going on here? Magnum? Sure, I'll take that. This is all just stuff I can sell if I, you know, really need money. Which I don't think I will, but... better to be, you know, better to have and not need, because this is B2. I need A2. This is C2. Well, this is his personal quarters, isn't it? Mostly just doing that for the experience, really. Alright. Let's see, how are we? C3... C4? Oh good, no explosions. I was kind of expecting a joke like that. B3. I will help you presently. I have eaten the purple berries which were in the refrigerator, which you were probably serving for breakfast. They were awful.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Oh, open safe. Grab all of this crap. Doopy-doopy-doo.
This collection of frozen food has not been restocked in some time. Many of these items are not available in the Grand Colonial and must have been brought in from outside. The fridge was transported here from one of the guest bedrooms upstairs.
Intriguing. Intriguing. So we've done row B. Let's go do A4 first. Take the experience. Okay, A3. How is that door sealed? Okay, can't just shoot the panel off. The man was in A2.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Needs the keycard.
Inspector, I've detected a structural anomaly within a 0.8 meter radius of this locked door.
Could you narrow it down for me?
This floor panel is 0.3 millimeters shorter than regulation length, suggesting unauthorized modification.
I'll bear that in mind. Thanks. Underneath the loose floor panel is a slightly dirty keycard. Take it.
Here they come.
Oh boy. What? Then the frickin' walls. Where did it go? It just kind of disappeared. I already did that one.
Timeline discrepancy detected. Analysis confirms this is Evan O'Connell.
Oh dear.
Analysis also confirms he is dead.
What would I do without your discrepancy amplifier?
Per additional study of this body's skeletal structure, the cause of death was head trauma.
Are you telling me he wasn't killed by giant murder slugs?
That is correct. Evan was not killed by Iridanium gigaseus. However, Iridanium gigaseus do appear to be responsible for the early decomposition of this body's surface tissue.
So what did kill him?
Further analysis indicates Evan's fatal injuries were sustained from blunt force trauma to the back of the skull, and his head collided with the ground.
Check for signs. Check for evidence of foul play.
There are traces of blood on Evan's hands, Inspector.
Interesting. Sounds like Evan might have been doing a little brawling.
Analysis concludes this blood is human, type A. Medical records indicate Evan O'Connell's blood is type O.
I think it's time we talk to Miss Stillwell. Amelia.
If you wish to question Amelia Stillwell, Slug's scheduling records indicate that she is presently on duty at the pilot house checkpoint.
Okay. Do this. And I want dialogue skills on. If we can talk her around into giving us some information rather than, well, you know, having to shoot her. That would be great. Productivity Queen. Okay, really quick. Where are we? Okay. Oh, and there was another one as well, wasn't there? So why was the guy saying he was in A3? Because we looked in A2. Sorry, I've just had a bit of a brain fart moment. I was supposed to look in A3 earlier. A1, A2.
They got the drop on us.
Interesting. Okay. I did it again. You see what I mean? Completely brain fine. Oh man, I'm not on the ball today. There we go. Trapped in A3.
I'm trapped in room A3. Please, someone come help me. I'm feeling weak. Please just open the door. And I'm not sure how much longer I'll make it. The door's stuck. And I know I need to write a service request, but I can't get it under the door. Is anyone there?
Oh man, this place is fucking awful. Trace amounts of sprat saliva on this current stump forearm indicate the starving bellhop fed the starving creatures with her flesh. It's a shame she was unwilling to eat herself first. Oh, man. You know, to whom it may concern, please consider this note as a service request to fix A3's faulty door. I deeply apologize for not following proper protocols with this informal request, but my terminal is broken, too broken to submit a service request form to fix it. I normally would never thumb my nose at our standard operating procedures, but I've been stuck in my room for several days now, and I believe I will likely starve to death quite soon. Well, I hope to hear from someone soon in regards to processing this urgent request. Thank you. Jesus. You know, this game is fairly light-hearted in a lot of respects. And then in others, it's dark as fuck. Fucking dire.
Are you enjoying the...
I hope you catch the killer soon, Inspector. I don't want to see the Grand Colonial shut down.
I think that might be the best fucking thing for it, frankly. So there is a way back here. Oh, brother. Oh.
We're the future of stuff like just you wait and see.
Let's go and talk to Amelia first, shall we? Hey, Cryptic. How you doing, man?
Non-slug personnel aren't permitted on the pilot house. Can I help you with something?
I need to ask you some questions regarding your co-worker, Evan O'Connell.
Sure. He in trouble or something?
Depends. Can you be in trouble if you're not alive anymore?
Is this a joke? You're telling me Evan's dead and that's your concern? What is wrong with you?
Sorry, I've seen a lot of bodies in my line of work. I guess, do you?
Well, I can understand that. I guess. Can I ask what happened?
Drop the act. You took him to A2. You know damn well what happened.
I know he got drunk on the job, and I took him back to the hotel to sleep it off. Left him on one of the beds in A2. He seemed fine.
I am quite well, Cryptic. Thank you very much. He says, eat more snails, blah, blah, blah. Joke. Yeah, I hope you're well too, mate. Come on, I know there's more to this story.
Why would you think that?
Because of the blood I found, there was a fight in A2, right?
Well, shit. You really are an inspector, aren't you? I walked Evan to A2, like I said, and then, out of nowhere, he just came at me. One minute he's laughing and yelling about sharing his joy, and the next, he's choking the life out of me. Grinned the whole time he was trying to kill me, too.
How'd you get away?
Dumb luck, I guess. I got a good hit in, threw him off, and ran like hell. If I'd known the fall killed him, I don't know. I should have told someone.
I've got a few more questions.
What do you want to know?
I found slugs on Evan's body. Big ones. Any idea what that's about?
I can't help you there.
Can't or won't.
Have you been to Purpleberry Orchards, Inspector? Awfully nice out there. You should visit.
What are you... Oh.
Well, think it over.
How are you holding up?
I don't know. The whole thing shook me up something fierce, but I'm still here. I'm upset. Angry at Evan. Sad about him being... You know, I'm not much for math, so I couldn't tell you how that averages out. But thanks for asking.
Why didn't you tell anyone Evan attacked you?
Because Evan would never attack anyone. I barely believe he attacked me, and I was there. Guess it shook me up pretty good. Evan's always been a total sweetheart. I don't get it.
It's everything I needed to know.
So, what happens now, Inspector?
To you, nothing.
But I killed him. It's my fault he died.
You acted in self-defense. His death was an accident.
I guess so. Doesn't make me feel much better about it, though. I just wish I could understand why he did what he did. Evan is... he was my friend. Or I thought he was. I don't know. I hope you're able to make more sense of this than I can, Inspector.
Okay, now we go talk to Lily.
Inspector, you find my missing man?
Paul Guard told me to talk to you, said you'd have some advice.
Oh, thank the law you're here about. If you want advice, here it is. Don't talk to that imbecile ever again. Even by my crew's standards, he's duller than a telescoping staff. I put him on pool duty to keep him away from me, and now he's up my ass more than ever. How hard could it possibly be to guard a void damn pool?
I found O'Connell. He's dead.
Shit. That's fucking inconvenient. What happened?
He attacked Amelia Stillwell, who unintentionally killed him in self-defense.
No shit. I gotta tell you, Evan's never been written up for so much as an impolite look. He attacked her? You sure?
I'm satisfied she's telling the truth.
Damn. Okay.
Also, Evan was covered in slugs when I found him.
That's unusual, but I don't see how that factors in.
Me either, but I intend to find out.
Good for you. That's a nice go-getter attitude you got there. I hope you do figure it out, but my involvement ends here. I gotta figure out who the fuck's replacing Evan. We're short-staffed as it is. A new day, a new pain in my ass.
I wonder if I should have gone to the orchard first. Well, anyway, we'll go there. Take a look. Have a see. Waiting for time. Okay. So we're coming up on 2 hours now, so we've got about, well, we're an hour 52, so we've got about 40 minutes left for today's stream. And I'm not as far into this as I thought I was going to be. So, yeah. Let's get the sun parlor. Sun parlor is what, back there? Yeah, okay. So we're not going to do that. There's a momentary taste of purple berry. Let's do this little side quest first, shall we? Yeah, so I think these DLCs are going to take a little longer than I initially anticipated, which is not a bad thing, you know. It's a good game, good game. I'm enjoying it. We'll head to the front entrance, and then we'll run round back. Tell me you did not...
Nature will out, regardless of man's feeble attempts at control.
Fucking shot the sublight guy like an idiot. I hope that's not going to get me in trouble with the rest of the thing.
We'll need to find another way in, I suspect.
Wait, what? That's lockpick. Do I have something that gives more lockpick than that? Possibly. Lockpick plus 5. Stealth kills plus 5. Sneak, yada yada. No. No, we don't. I'm supposed to have dexterity, personality attributes. Isn't this? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's do this.
You're in that hand, right, Vic?
I certainly am.
I'll keep quiet.
Kindly do. Evan, remember cards tonight. If you don't shell, set a Raptidon loose in here with you. I'm kidding, but don't forget. You hear? I need help knocking Bay down a rung or 3. She's had me writing field reports of her all week. Botanical operations building. Cards tonight. Fritz. Dearie dear Fritz. Is there no terminal to make this bridge drop? You'd have thought so, right? Random fucking Raptidons attacking people. Not good. It seems Rizzo's has set me up with a rather straightforward task. Slug has an automatic mixer for their pool cleaner. If it's automatic, one would think it wouldn't need to be manually cycled, but I suppose I should be thankful it works at all. Instructions. Mix the chemicals by cycling each vat, and then use the console to create a compound once you've the desired combination. Not exactly building a terraformer here, but no matter how simple these things are, some people will still have problems. Good that I've been at this for as long as I have. Chlorinasol, red, number 1. Muriatic acid, green, number 2. Brominating oxalator, yellow, number 3. Blue watercoloring, blue, number 4. Hydrogenated defoamer, orange, number 5. So red, green, yellow, blue, orange. RGYBO. Seems odd to store all of these chemicals together. Putting some of these together would render that pool less habitable than some of the sulfur pits on Monarch. Perhaps that's why they decided to hire a professional. Beneath the entry, there is a note in different handwriting. Any opportunistic freelancer that reads this should meet me at the hotel on the hotel balcony. I have a business opportunity. Really? Brominating oxalator, blue water coloring. Okay. Let's go talk to a man first, shall we? We'll have Potter around. It appears that we are not. Oh yeah, and should probably switch back to our talky talk stuff. You, Matthias.
I saw you meander on out of the pool and into the greenhouse. Now you're here. Does that mean what I think it means?
Right, you know, suffice it to say I'm interested.
Good. If you're interested in burying the pool, I'm interested in paying you.
Why go after a hotel pool? Not exactly the most high-profile target.
Maybe not. Maybe I just want Rizzo's working relationship with Slug to implode for the benefit of Spacer's choice. But you're right. It ain't high profile. And it ain't gotta be. Any damage to Rizzo's is cause for celebration. You ain't gotta concern yourself with my spite. Consider me an average Byzantine, and I'll consider you an average contractor.
Understood. I'm in.
That's great to hear. Or grand, as the Byzantine. There's a chemical mixing machine in the greenhouse that has more than a few volatile chemicals. Mix them and render that pool unusable. Anything that ain't a cleaner should do. Dump the mix into the pool, then find somebody in Slug and tell them you did it for Rizzo's. That'll get those damn bastards into some red water.
I'm confused about the timescale here. Did Rizzo's ruin the pool, or was that you?
This here's a messy business, friend. And when it comes to messy businesses, the rule's always the same. Don't get too curious, whether it's about Saltuna additives or espionage. Spacer's choice didn't ruin anything. Rizzo's did. And ain't that a coincidence? But it's also going to be Rizzo's that permanently puts that pool out of commission.
Alright. Oh, why Rizzo's?
They're getting a tad too cozy with your friendly neighborhood slugs. We don't want either gaining power on the board. Easier to do so if their alliance ain't so sweet anymore. Personally, I don't think we're going far enough. Rizzo's is all smiling gun hands and uppity scientists. Wouldn't mind bringing them down with some well-placed bullets, but nah. If you're worried about this hurting your relationship with Slug, I wouldn't. The guard's thicker than the shit in that pool. Tell him you're with Rizzo's and he won't question it.
Alright, I'm off.
Dandy. Come.
Perfect. Okay, so, Gotta put together a foul concoction. Or, I could say fuck Spacer's choice. And actually make a cleaner.
Have you seen the profit of profitability of late?
Okay, so the vats themselves are... Aha. Looks like I must be cycling each vat. Not exactly. And then use the console to create a compound which is the desired combination. Not exactly building a terraformer. Okay. So what combination should I be going for is the question, right? Is there a log? Brominating oxalator, blah blah blah. Huh. Not quite sure what muriatic acid is. Chlorinasol, blue water coloring, hydrogenated defoamer, hydrogen chlorinasol. Let's go red, blue, orange. Red, blue, orange. 145. Hold on a minute. That was supposed to be 5. One 5-4. Full cleaner. I guess rightly. Not exactly a big fan of Rizzo's as a company, but Space's Choice is just plain evil. Well, I mean, they all are really, but, you know.
Oh, thanks a million, Inspector. The smell cleared right up. Well, in a couple hours, the guests might even... Of course, we're not gonna get a follow-up shipment for the water anytime soon, so they'll have to content themselves on the deck. I got a little something for making my job that much less miserable. It's the key to our storeroom. If my boss asks, you never met me.
Thanks for the first half of my payment. How has the rest?
I guess I can spare a few bits. And, here, this pack of smokes. Sorry, they don't really load me up with the goods. I gotta get back.
Oh yeah, no points available. Forgot. Let's see, what should we put these in? Extra walk speed or extra sprint speed? I think we're going to go with the extra sprint speed. We'll do that, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Which is which way? Of course, it's all the bloody way over there. Alright. Let's see. How's that going to open up? Nope, definitely not. Well, the shot, right? Okay, I don't think for a minute I'm going to be able to, like, jump this. No. Oh, dear me. Alright, not quite sure how we get to the wilderness thing.
This is how top rungers like to enjoy nature. From far away and with a stiff drink.
I get it.
It really is stunning.
Oh, really?
I'm thinking of reserving a wilderness safari. Wear a fancy hat, fire a rifle, murder some wildlife, you know. It could be quite scintillating.
Oh, you're the inspector. Welcome. Has anyone helped with your luggage yet?
We're all part of the Rizzo's family.
Rizzo's cares about the happiness of its family. Spacer's Choice can't say that.
Don't suppose for a minute that there's a way to get across from here. Those look too low down to me, yeah. Not sure on that one. Alright, well, we'll continue with Find Helen's Trail. Appleberry Orchards, alright. We'll head back over there.
That's a lot of purple.
It certainly is, Max.
Timeline discrepancy detected. These footprints match the shoes previously analyzed in the Grand Ballroom. There is a 110% chance with a 10% margin of error that they were left by Ruth Bellamy.
The spacing between each footstep is short and the imprint in the dirt deep, as if determined. It would appear that Helen was in a hurry.
Anything interesting?
Helen was in a hurry. She thought she was being followed.
That's quite the amazing device.
Indeed.
Such lovely weather calls for a harvest.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Well, sweet hello there, valued visitor. I am sure sorry to break it to you, but our orchards are closed to all officially guided tours at this precise moment in time.
I don't know what's wrong with him, but let's keep our distance.
Why, thank you! Rizzo's encourages all workers to put on a happy face when engaging with valued customers. Rizzo's does beseech you to please purchase one of our self-guided options if you're wishing to join one of our rejuvenative, relaxing, reformatory tours. Now with a Puzzle Hedges trademark maze hunt and special edition taste testing for an extra 35 bits a ticket.
Doing Deadpool another day. Alright, welcome back, Shady. Are you okay? You seem excessively happy.
Why, you say that as if it's a bad thing. I am quite overcome with happiness, indeed. You won't find a Rizzo's worker in all of Eridanos who isn't 100% thrilled in their day-to-day existence. It's part of our brand manifesto.
What do you mean?
Happy workers lead to happy customers. Happy customers are repeat customers. And repeat customers make the charts look better on our weekly profit reports. So if nothing else, it's my responsibility at all times to smile, smile, smile. And you know what never fails to bring a smile to my face? The breathtaking tours we offer throughout the orchards. Seasonally available for purchase in the Nut Hut.
Do you know if Halcyon Helen came through here?
Ah, you mean that lovely actor who got herself dead? Damn shame what happened to her. She did come by, but not during any official tour time. I thought she'd hired a private tour at first, but it was Dr. Blossom who was showing her the way to the RR and DD labs. Can't imagine why she'd need to meet with our head researcher on the Spectrum product line outside of her lab hours. Unless, of course, it had to do with the new product unveiling.
Noted. Now moving on to other questions.
You lead, I'll follow. Not anywhere off the grounds, of course. I never leave the orchards. But within the bounds of this stimulating conversation, I will follow your proverbial footprints trail.
I'm on an investigation.
What kind of investigation? You wouldn't happen to be from the health inspection office, would you?
That's right, Inspector Sam Grunow, here to inspect the health and safety of your crops.
Oh, drat. This distresses me, and I do not like feeling cross. I warned the orchardist this could happen when we halted our monthly bribe to Slug. They were always a reliable go-between, regarding inspections before now. So, what might you be looking to find out, Mr. Inspector?
Why would Rizzo's need to bribe Sublight Underground?
Oh, gosh golly, for a variety of services. Mainly protection, from themselves. But they also served as employee motivators. Slug motivators intimidated our line workers into producing around the clock. And, of course, they kept the inspectors away. The overseeing orchardist had the last groundskeeper deliver a contract termination in the place of our regular payment. Rizzo's decided we don't need their services anymore. See, with our new morale-boosting medical treatments, our employees are much more productive. No need for unsightly intimidation tactics.
And I have a funny feeling I know, but what exactly is this medical treatment?
Sorry, I'm not at liberty to say. Trade secrets and all that. You understand, I'm sure.
Nothing to do with the massive slug stuck to your neck. Seen any murder weapons lying around? Bottle of poison, smoking laser pistol, bloody blunt force object.
Can't say that I have. We use bad batches of liquor for our pesticides. Only the exterminator mechanicals are armed around here. And I haven't seen any bloody objects aside from the usual pair of gardening shears. Unless, that is, Miss Helen was also stung to death by pollinization mosquitoes? She wasn't, was she? That would be a mighty wretched way to go.
Wasp-skeetos.
Pollinization by killer mosquitoes, indeedy. It's cutting-edge Rizzo's technology. But don't you worry, valued visitor. Our pollinization cycles only run when the orchards are empty, for safety reasons. When a pollinization cycle finishes or is aborted, all mosquitoes are biologically programmed to return to the hive, their holding pen. Of course, the very last thing Rizzo's would want is a beloved tourist bumbling into the hive and triggering an unscheduled cycle. So you'd best steer clear of it for safety. You'll know the hive by its big, glimmering electric fencing.
Shit, he says. And him already, dude creeps me out. Oh, well, yeah, nah, he's got a mind-altering, slug attached to him. Funnily enough, there's a series of quests in RuneScape about this very same basic principle. He's a groundskeeper.
Yes, indeedy. I've got the wondrous honor of having just been promoted to third keeper of the grounds after the last one disappeared on the job. Gosh, I guess about a week ago now? Before my morning clock-in last Sunday, I was but a lowly nanner peeler picker on the line shift. Now I'm responsible for growing every twig and berry on this vast swath of fertile land.
You don't find it suspicious that the last groundkeeper went missing unexpectedly?
Heaven sweet, no. It's not like he was murdered. He simply disappeared without a trace and hasn't been heard from since. And the groundkeeper before that one? Well, she wasn't missing at all. Her body was found near hive control, covered head to toe in thousands of welts. No mystery, and certainly no murder with what happened there. I mean, you can't exactly hold some mosquitoes on trial. Accidents do happen on the job.
Shouldn't you be more worried for your well-being? Seems like groundskeepers don't last long around here.
Why would I? I am daily filled with bursting happiness by bringing to fruition my life's purpose. This job is a blessing. I reckon you could talk to my supervisor, the overseeing orchardist. He would know more. I used to ask questions, but gee, I just don't feel the urge to anymore.
I will save you, strange man, if I
do
can.
hope this pleasant conversation has made me useful. I can't stop you from poking around, but do be mindful of our pollinate. There's a reason why we...
Timeline discrepancy detected. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Incoming! We're still alive.
Oh, this treatment's not going well for people, is it?
Hey! Oh, wait. I'm supposed to say the slogan. Okay, you can do this, Anna. Here goes. It doesn't matter if you're you or me. We're all part of the Rizzo's family. How was that?
That was quite enthusiastic.
Well, completely splendid. You didn't embarrass yourself even the slightest bit.
No jest? Well, that's a wager I sure would have lost. Guess even a busted spectrometer can be right if you hold it to the light, huh? I'm sure you've guessed it, but I'm not the best at remembering slogans. And when I can't remember them, I tend to just make them up. But I guess that's why I'm just an intern and not a full-timer. At least, not yet.
Don't think I've met an intern before.
It's not so different from being a regular worker, just with less pay and less respect. Oh, it's also more dangerous than traditional employment. You don't have the experience to back up your work yet, but being fired isn't any less threatening. Work-wise, I do a bit of everything. The orchards have been short-staffed as long as I've been working here. So if there's an odd job around, it usually gets passed to me.
Might be an intern if it's riskier than typical employment.
Much higher chance of promotion. If I can tough it out here without getting axed, I can skip the 5+ years of customer service I'd normally have to deal with. I can prove my merit here and move up in the world. And the sooner I do that, the sooner I can set to improving things for everyone else.
Assuming nobody exploits your weakness to push you into unemployment.
Wow, that's some decidedly paranoid thinking. I can't imagine someone ever doing something that nasty.
How'd you get your position?
Laws, you've got a sixth sense for finding the most embarrassing question, huh? My mother is the Rizzo's assistant vice president of flavor testing. She set me up with this position, mostly to keep me from troubling her work, I think. Consequently, I don't always feel like I deserve to be here. All the more reason to work harder, I say.
I've learned my fill.
Happy to enlighten you on the... Let me know if there's anything I can help you with.
You see any sign of a beleaguered actor running around?
Oh yes. I thought I saw someone who looked self-important enough to be her by the conservatory some time ago. Not to speak ill of the dead. I simply never liked the way she stole the limelight from the true star. Burbage 3001.
What about Spencer Woolrich?
Who?
You're a Burbage fan?
I certainly am. That aerodynamic chassis, how the light glints off his rotund head, the way he enunciates, cry havoc, and let loose the cadence of war. Excuse me, I got a little lightheaded there. Nobody does Shakespeare like Burbage. What were we...
Showbiz.
I suppose so. I also suppose Helen won't be stealing the limelight ever again.
Goodbye. You're suspicious. Okay, well, at the risk of getting caught and, blowing this whole operation, let's do you and you.
You got nimble fingers, Captain.
Yeah, they're just killing the people, huh? Interesting.
I got another fighting me.
This is all very confusing. Hmm. Okay. Follow Helen's trail.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Ooh, what'd you find?
Stuff. And lots of it. Sure, it says Purple Berry Crunch. Indeed. Oh boy.
Hey, what are you doing in here? Are you authorized to be in the conservatory? Are you trying to give me a heart attack? Are you my ex-wife? No, she fell off the side of Eridanos under mysterious circumstances 6 years ago, conveniently rendering our marriage contract null. You must be the new, groundskeeper? That can't be it either, seeing how the new one hasn't died yet. Just who are you?
You're right the first time. I've returned from beyond the grave to exact my revenge.
Very funny. If you were Edna, you would have stabbed me in the throat halfway through the second word of my first question.
Believe me, I considered it.
I'm getting old, damn it. And after a while, anything that isn't a plant gets hard to distinguish from anything that is. But no, you don't look like Edna. Though you do smell a bit like her, like blood and stuff. Bleeding hell. Standing up like this makes a body forget how stiff he gets, bent over plants all day. Oh, seems I'm not as young as I feel.
You're bonus, right? What do you do for Rizzo's?
I sit inside and I look at plants. Goal is usually to make Rizzo's fruit products hardier and sweeter, but for every success, there are a couple of hundred failures. Example, tried breeding native Tripicale with a foreign strain. Would have called it Hexticale. In the end, it bred so fast, workers were swallowed up before they could harvest it. That one, I think, can be attributed to the waspitos. Some lament their irritability, but their productivity is unmatched. What's a few dead workers in the architect's designs?
I'll take your word for it.
You'd be the first to. Everyone else just says, I got bark instead of a heart. They just don't understand me, not like my plants do.
Did Halcyon Helen come through here?
Indeed. Tromped in and out of the conservatory with no heed for anyone else. Good thing none of my charges were damaged. Starlet or not, I would have had a harsh word for her. I heard she pushed her way into a tour of the RR&DD labs not soon after. Well, she's not going anywhere ever again, which is a shame, of course. Taken too soon and all.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased. Congratulations, Inspector. Timeline discrepancy. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Oh boy. It was all over the place, huh?
Timeline discrepancy. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Get out. Parts of this note are illegible due to dirt and crushed purpleberry smudges. The writing you can make out is as follows. Helen, I know I told you I'd stumbled into a scoop of a lifetime, but neither of us could have guessed just how deep this would go. Now some slug from the docks is looking for me, asking a lot of questions. It's time to get out. Do you hear me? Don't waste time packing. Just go. As soon as you read this, you'll know where to meet me. Tonight, 10 p.m. in the Grand Ballroom. If I don't show, take the next ship out of here and don't look back. B. They investigating something together. And then Helen ends up getting killed. Hired as undercover, like, espionage or something like that, maybe? That would track. So those parasites, presumably, they're the larvae from the, what do you call it? From the wasps.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
That's my guess, anyway.
Timeline discrepancy
That's
detected
not good.
nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Here they come.
Okay, so the question I've got here is, are these guys actually going crazy? Or am I the one that's going crazy and just killing random people? You, biped. Troubling. Oh. Okay, so we've come up to the 2.5 hours mark. What I'm going to do is I'm going to continue following this trail until we've, you know, arrived at something concrete.
Timeline discrepancy. Congratulations, Inspector.
And then I think we'll call it there.
Footprints belonging to the deceased Timeline. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased.
Incoming.
Okay, the mechanicals are not going to help me.
Our victory is their defeat.
Well, yes, Max, that is exactly what this is. Huh. Now, where was that thing? Over here.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to... Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Take the access card. So they maybe her and Black Hole Bertie broke up to avoid arousing suspicion. The shaft of the tossball stick is bent and cracked, exceeding tossball regulation requirements. The end of the tossball stick is matted with Rizzo's dark matter.
Embedded within the chunks of dark matter. Wicker is not a known ingredient of the dark matter product.
Examine the end of the stick. Hello, Scully. Crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rubber room. Rubber room with rats. Rats make me crazy. It looks
The only members of a tossball team strong enough to crack a stick in two are the dedicated hackers, like Black Hole Birdie. Whatever Ms. Ruth Bellamy must have relayed to the tossball hacker during their picnic together instigated a furious increase in his usual strength threshold by 52%.
That's how breakups go some of the time. Or all of the time for some of us.
Timeline discrepancy analysis. This discarded canister is typical of the R-mounted storage tanks on the Orchard's agricultural mechanicals. However, it is not currently attached to a mechanical. This canister contains a high amount of vinegar in addition to water. Warning. Use of vinegar, a known herbicide, on purpleberry saplings is a violation of Rizzo's agricultural standards.
Thanks, Scully. Yeah, I'm doing alright. How are you? Where are these canisters initiate a deeper chemical analysis? I think they were trying to sabotage Rizzo's grow up here.
Makeup of substance. 50% water, 50% vinegar. Trace amounts of woolly cow feces also detected.
The feces in this canister was likely used as liquid fertilizer for the saplings, but the readout it seems like the fertilizer has been here approximately as long as the vinegar. Discrepancy amplifier. Where are these canisters usually kept?
These canisters can typically be found in the nursery storage building in the purpleberry orchards, except for this one, which can be found here.
Very helpful.
Me? I'm pleased as... This reeks of unhappiness!
Take your best shot, asshole!
Damn you!
With your sorrow?
Feels good!
Everyone all right?
Sure. There's the mosquitoes. Over to the RR and D&D labs. Alright, well, it's looking like this is going to be not a dungeon, but oh boy. So it says, I'm doing alright, played some Magic the Gathering, played my Squirrel deck, and the whole time I was playing I could imagine you doing the Sugar Earth voice. Huh. Well, that could have been fun! But I'm not talking about those. Alright. So, I think I'm going to wrap it up here for today, because it looks like we're going to have to do a bit of a crawl through this area, by the looks of it, because it requires the access card, and it is a, what do you call it? Yeah, I'd say an area transition, so I'm imagining a bit of a dungeon kind of affair. We will probably discover a lot more secrets to behold from this DLC. I'm surprised, honestly, how long these DLCs are looking to take. I think I'm probably about Probably about between a third and a half of the way through. Not including like little side quests here and there. But yeah, we'll see how we get on. So, long story short, roll on next week. Now remember, of course, that you can find me this coming Tuesday and this coming Thursday playing probably Elden Ring with Zelthor and Chaos Eve. Obviously, we will be multi-streaming. I'm going to try and get Eve's, multi-streaming sorted out so that she can stream at a slightly better quality, fingers crossed, to both Twitch and YouTube. That's been something I've been trying to do or hoping to get done for a while now, but unfortunately, work and real life obligations and so on have kind of gotten in the way. But yeah, so we'll be back on Tuesday. It will be at 7 p.m. Pacific time. It will be 9 p.m. Central time, and that will mean 4 a.m. Central European time to play Elden Ring together. I think Zelthor will probably be running a stream a little bit later on tonight for ordinarily it would be the Warframe weekly refresh, but I think he's got something else in mind for this weekend, assuming he hasn't been called away to work himself. But yeah, so as per usual, you should be able to find Zelthor's channel. That's at Zelthor WAL, all one word, capital X, capital W, capital L. So yeah, check that out. And he also streams on Mondays as well. So obviously, I won't be streaming tomorrow evening, but he will. So be sure to check him out over there as well. Eve may well be streaming on Wednesdays and Fridays as well. We'll see how that all goes. And then, of course, coming up this coming week's Friday evening, I will of course be reprising my role over on the Noir Bar as well. So you got lots to look forward to from me. If you're brand new here, don't forget to click that subscribe button. Make sure you turn on that bell if you want notifications for when I go live. If you're listening in the future and you didn't get a chance to take part in chat, no problem. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. If there's a question, a query, or a concern about this game or any of the games I play, I get notification when those come through, and I will endeavour to get back to you at the next most convenient juncture. I've been Sam Isle, the Freedom Frog. This has been Sci-Fi Sunday, The Outer Worlds DLC. I'll catch you guys next week. Good night.